All right, are you putting your screens down? Put your screens down quickly. Let's do 5 minutes on this, and then we'll do another lesson after this for geometry. Are you putting your screens down? Go quickly, go faster. Okay. Who can see it and wants to read it to the class?
If it is to be, it is up to me.
Okay, everybody say if it is to be. Everybody say if it is to be,
If it is to be,
it's up to me.
it is up to me.
Okay, when you hear that, what do you think of? If it is to be, it's up to me. What do you think of? What's your brain doing? Is your brain going anywhere? What are your ideas? What does it mean? It's an expression. So I'm just wondering what it means to you when you hear it, right? Is it the first time hearing it? No? Some of you have heard it before? Cynthia, you've heard it? What does it mean?
Basically it means like the actions you take and how you're allowed to say yes or no and it can affect you in a good way or bad way.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so you're allowed to say what you're going to do. You're allowed to decide. Okay. Anybody else have a different interpretation or another one? So I think this is along the lines, have you ever heard your parents say, or maybe other expression where they say, if you want it done right, do it yourself? How about this one? You heard this expression? Okay, give me yes if yes or no if no. Okay, how many of you have been on a class project? There's 4 on the team, and 2 of the people do nothing. And you're left to carry the whole weight of the team in school, on some project, in some class. Okay, give me a yes if that's happened to you.
Yes.
Okay, almost everybody, right? I can't imagine that hasn't happened to you. You would be very lucky if it hasn't, right? You're just gonna that was a team you were put on, right? You didn't choose those team members probably. You were assigned by the teacher or randomly assigned or something like this. Does this make sense? Okay. So this is an expression, if it is to be, it's up to me. There's another one that says, if you want it done right, do it yourself, right? All these kinds of ideas that are, I think, reacting to that experience of the team. The experience of the team was not a happy one type thing. It wasn't productive for you. It didn't work for you in that context. So say it again, a little bit louder.
Taking accountability, like being responsible.
Right, so being responsible, and then in the end, can you control anybody else? And I would say the only people we can control is ourselves, but I've lived long enough to know, I don't even know if I can control myself. Are you with me? That's very difficult as humans. Just the way we're built is very difficult under certain contexts for us to even control ourselves, right? So controlling others is really, really hard, right? Okay, so that's all this is about. Here's the prompt. It says, write about your experiences relying on other people. Have you found others to be a reliable source of help? Or do you feel that you have to do all the work if you want it to be done right? And then here's the kicker to it, because I see where we're headed, right? It seems kind of obvious. But the kicker is, can a strategy of do everything yourself really work given the complexity of life? You've lived long enough to know life can be pretty complex, right? You've experienced enough this far. You know how difficult life can be / complex. In other words, you're probably relying on a lot of people around you all the time. How about your parents? Don't they do a lot of stuff for you? Okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I got some yeses and I got some nos. Bless you. All right, so fair enough. Here's the proposition though. As you go through life and you go, well, if it is to be, it's up to me, and so I'm going to do everything to make sure everything's done right. You might be thinking of the other side of the coin of, hey, life is so complex. If I don't get some other people around me, some team that helps me do things, I don't know if I can keep this up my whole life. And I don't know if I can do everything well, right? At some point, we need people to specialize. So you do one thing well, you do another thing well, you do another thing well, and I do something else well. Together, we make a good team because we all focus on our individual areas and we're really good at them. Do you see that idea? So I guess I'm trying to get you to kind of go from a perspective of maybe where you've been, of hey, if it is to be, it's up to me, and maybe think about the other side of what happens when I really need to rely on people? How do I start to figure out how to build those teams, right? And I don't think we give you a lot of experience this in school. Like a lot of things we should be doing, we don't. We don't help you figure out how do I select team members. Like when you go to college, one of the best things you're going to do is find a study group. How do you find a study group in college? I don't know is a good answer, and put the yet on it, okay? I don't know yet, please, because you will know. You're going to figure it out at some point. It becomes essential for you. College for me was a team sport. If I didn't find a good study group, which took me a while to do, I don't think I would have made it. I wouldn't have made it just being alone in college. And in the workplace, you're going to be relying on teams, right? So at some point, this is true, I get it, right? And I think that's what you're writing about. But you're also thinking about how do I start to figure out how to find team members? Right? Who are these people that I'm going to fit well with and work well with and have a good team experience with? Okay, so that's it. So one more time, write about your experiences relying on other people. Have you found others to be a reliable source of help, or do you feel that you have to do all the work if you want it to be done right? Can the strategy of do everything yourself really work given the complexity of life? Okay, take 4 minutes and do that.